You ready for your clicker training and snacks and stuff? What, nap time too? I got a lap. How convenient. Alright. You guys have fun on your exploration?
My sleepyheads. You guys were such good boys. Definitely boys. Rough and tough. Well, the cookies are done and they were good. We're late today.
You gotta watch out. I gotta watch out for his claws when you go rattling those treats. Fortunately, I'm okay. Okay, guys, now it's time to put on a good show.
First, I gotta get the treats ready. Do you want to put on the? You can put on the TV.
I don't know what our remote is.
It's in the drawer. There's like something about UTV on there. This morning I put on that. Well, I had 2 cookies. I probably shouldn't have had any. I don't like. It's kind of weird how it does. Oh, because it's the here. They're all like in my. They're already doing their thing. Their special stuff.
Yeah, we'll just do all the tricks first. So you just hand us all the treats.
That's what we watched, Squirrel Supreme. That was very good. Did you see Twix in my book?
Mm-hmm. No.
Twix, he was laying in my book. Ooh. Man down, you guys. Get a free one. I turned up the volume so they could listen to the birds and the squirrels.
Some older folks might think clicker training is teaching them to use the TV remote. How high can Zuko jump? I'd probably say it's higher than Jess's
Like
head
up
is
here,
right now.
so 3 to 4, like 4 to 5 feet.
Now you need to teach them down.
Kiss, kiss, kiss. Kiss. Oops, that was a double.
Clicker misfire.
Kiss. Oh. Whoops. Good boy.
Oh, this ball's right over the heater vent. That's why it was popular today.
Oh. Penny's at the door. Oh. Kiss. Kiss.
They're just purring up a storm.
Kiss.
The boys are very smart.
Oh.
On their field trip, one of the first places they went was way up near the loft in the vault ceiling, on the windowsills, like the second level. I sent pictures of it to my moms and they all thought it was hilarious.
Kiss. And kiss.
Yeah, they're getting really good.
You guys are such good boys. Can you post the video on the credit room or no?
Which one?
Of the ones in the windows.
Yeah.
We're doing such a good job. We can play for a few minutes. Yeah, they love the clicker training. One, because it's treats. So,
Lizzie's like, I wonder if clicker training would work on little kids. She's a kindergarten teacher or first grade teacher.
they have that great video on the Office, the classic condition training.
I'm getting out of danger.
They're pretty tired, so I don't think they're gonna.
Liz likes to use this YouTube videos and channel as a reward for her kids.
Are they still in school there?
No, they just now closed it.
They did. Oh, wow.
And she has kids from like 5 years ago. They're still coming by to ask about fosters and check in.
Anything we drop?
Yeah. It's great for teaching young ones to appreciate animals. And teaching them empathy towards animals.
So on their field trip, they. Jeez.
She flings up into the wall. Look at Twix. He's like waiting in the cube.
We were practicing stalking earlier.
7 years of little kitten cam fans now. Please, not at me.
It's not like I need to. It's just that you're not in a really great spot.
I was even in a worse spot. That's why I moved over here. So they can at least still see me.
You just want to be able to see the TV.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I moved up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I figured the text would be bigger because that's a 720p monitor, but it's only a 23-inch.
I assume there's no way to like expand. You can't just expand
No,
that.
not in the YouTube app.
Mm-hmm.
But I can have it in a frame, like a customized frame HTML page. Kind of like YouTube browser popping out the chat. Like in the quad cam, actually.
We might be late tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah, Dorian has been a pill lately. He's been meow, starting at like 4:30, 5 o'clock. He just starts meowing really loud. And at first we thought he was like lost, can't find us. It's like this morning he would come in the bedroom, lay down just inside the door, and then he would start meowing. And then I'd turn on the light, I'd get his attention. He looks back and goes, "Oh, hi." And oh my God. So my son said, it's like, I didn't hear a thing. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to open the door and kind of push him through and then close it.
I don't think you're going to. I don't believe you will. You're so funny. The worst thing about it, I have to be honest with you, was that John kept turning on the light without any warning.
No, it's like I noticed that if there's like a sharp noise, like a clap, it distracts him and shuts him up. But it's like I would reach out and go like that, and then she'd go, "You clapped like a seal."
At 5 in the morning, and then turning on the light without any warning.
They might be late for breakfast. Got earplugs.
We should take bets on if you're really going to do that to Chris tomorrow, because I think they would be hell to pay. I don't think.
This has been going on for like a couple weeks now. He just started growling in the morning, and we're getting like
Okay,
less
it's
and
been
less.
longer than a couple of weeks. It's just gotten worse in the last couple of weeks. And it's gotten specifically pretty bad since the boys got here. Because Dorian, after Dorian had all of his teeth pulled out, he was in this room for what, a week?
Yeah.
And so Dorian got used to eating his dry food in here. And that was like, and ever since the boys came in the last week and a half, he's increased his screaming in the morning because he can't get in here. That's part of my theory. I don't know what your theory is.
My theory is he's going senile. Yeah, you guys can hear him sometimes. The only reason, the times that you can't hear him is when he's in the bedroom screaming. We hear him quite well. I locked him out of the room the other night, which only muffled the sound a little bit. But it was enough to at least catch a little bit of sleep.
It's just like he hits a certain note that's like glass shattering.
And he's like, wow, wow, wow.
This afternoon or evening, both John and I ended up taking a nap. I was downstairs in the family room, and John was on the couch.
I think we both fell asleep and woke up about the same time. I think Dorian woke us both up.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I heard him through the TV because I had the room on, and I started laughing.
It was like I was reading, and next thing I know, thunk, and I was on the couch. So, and I woke up. I was like halfway leaning off the edge, and like this is gonna hurt.
Dorian was helping you, dear. He didn't want you to get your neck.
In a kink, yeah.
And of course, it was around dinner time, so.
Margaret, I said yes. I think he might be going senile. But if he is, it's like the early onset. It's entirely possible. It's the steroids he's still on for his cough. But we've been waiting for the inhaler meds to come from Canada. But it could take 3 to 6 weeks. And I think we're only at 3 weeks now.
So Lizzie wants to know if he's louder than Tabby.
It's hard to tell. Tabby's been gone for a little bit. But Tabby was pretty loud too. Let's just say they both were loud. Loud enough for me to say, "Shut the frick up!" No, I didn't really say that. I said something more obscene, probably.
The other morning when he was kicking him out of the bedroom, I heard, "I really do love you. I do, but I'm sorry." Ooh, that was 4 feet. So when the boys were out, Zuko found a wet food plate that hadn't completely been licked clean, so he was happy to be of service.
Look how shiny Zuko is.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we located? We're located just north of Seattle, Washington. About a half hour.
Yeah, that black looks nice. He's watching himself, dear. Look. Twix was watching. Oh boy.
We should probably leave the light on again until they're done with their wrestling match, and then I'll slip in.
They seem fine with the light on, no?
Yeah. Yeah, they slept just as good.
I don't know. I never saw them sleep, so I don't know.
I did. They slept a lot. those wondering about the day-night cycle, even with the light on, the amount of light that they get from the sun is vastly stronger than the overhead light. So they still get their day-night cycle.
They did very well on their, and they were very respectful to the other cats on their little expo, field trip around the house tonight.
Beatrice just sat on her helipad and just glared at them and hissed if they came within 3 feet.
And growled a little bit, but she didn't go after them at all. And they just turned the other way.
You tell them about Ruthie?
Just what I told you. So Zuko, right? Yeah, I'm like so tired. So Zuko ended up making it all the way down and figured out the cat flap down there. I didn't expect him to do that, but he did. And so maybe this weekend we'll do a tour down there because we didn't last weekend. Anyway, he did a whole inspection, and Ruthie's room is the laundry room, and it's down the hallway, and she has a blanket that she likes to bury into and kind of cocoon herself. And so she had been in there for hours this evening, which makes for a peaceful house. And you couldn't see her, but he could smell her. And when he went around the corner, he like stopped and was like this. And she didn't move, and then he started getting a little bit closer, and then she hissed at him while she was in her cocoon. He hissed, and then I kind of went inside. And so he walked away, and then she's like, oh, I'll get up. And she got up, and then he left, and she went right back to bed. So, Ruthie has a very strict bubble.
Ruthie is taking over the role that Maya occupied. So she's not as loud as Maya. Maya like to say no very loudly, very screechy, very five-pointy. Maya's like Ruthie's like a toned down Maya.
She likes to give a lot of warnings before most of the time. Like today, she did go after B pretty aggressively. Ja!
Did she get you?
Well, yeah, he did. That's okay. And then they get fluffy. Her and B get really fluffy.
Twix is playing. That's why he's not cuddling. He likes to go in the cube over there and play ambush.
We cuddled this today when I was reading.
Yeah.
He was on my lap and on the book when I was reading.
Zuko strikes me as a sit beside you kind of cat.
Yeah.
Twix is a lap cat.
God, they're gonna be amazing kitties.
They are amazing kitties.
Well, they are. I mean, but in their permanent home.
Yeah. They're full of antics. And if you're thinking about adopting these guys, you can't have leather toys.
No tails on any mouses.
Fortunately, he pooped up the toy he ate.
Well, most of it, I think.
Or pooped out, I should say.
Yeah, Twix is the
like
eater.
24 hours.
Yeah. Well, they've been pooping twice a day right now. Yeah, Twix is the eater. So tomorrow, John and I will do our weekly cleaning and we'll cat proof for Twix. We might need to.
Maya was a tortie.
Also need to block that window somehow above the door. Cat hair on me. Look how cute. You good boy.
I think he's visible on cam too.
Hey, you guys gonna sleep good tonight? And when they got out, or when they were walking the house, they weren't posturing with Penny either. They were very respectful to Penny.
Ginger hopes that whoever adopts them as a pair. These two are bonded. They will be adopted together. Oh, the Meeser mix was Sabby.
Meeser mix? I haven't heard that.
Siamese tabby. Meeser is like a nickname for Siamese tabby mix.
Learn
It's
something new
like
every day.
Sabby's name means Sabby Tabby. Or Siamese tabby. The S in Siamese, the Abby and tabby. Sabby. Does Trillian who does Trillian get along with best?
Me.
Yeah, her. But none of these two. She glares at them.
She pretends they don't exist. But in the house, though, who does she get along with best?
You.
No. Okay, me, and then which cat?
She gets along with all the cats that I've had when we mixed. So Beatrice, Nakia, and Dorian.
Well, Dorian kicks her, and Dorian picks fights with her.
Yeah.
So I would say Nakia, because they share lap time with you a lot, and they do play.
Yeah. It's like Trillian grew up with Dorian, and Beatrice and Nakia grew up with Trillian and Dorian.
So if I was going to answer the question for who gets along best with Trillian, I would say Nakia. And I would say Nakia gets along really well with all of the cats. That's just who she is.
Have you ever dealt with Maine Coon cats? I saw that at the corner of my eye.
I had a Maine Coon cat.
It's like I haven't had any in this room.
So I've had lots of clients with Maine Coons, and actually my top client has a Maine Coon, and I had a Maine Coon. She was 18 when she passed away in 2009. And then my mom has had Maine Coons. So yes, so lots of experience. And then we've had Maine Coons come into the shelter at Homeward Pet as well. And I'm sure Perfect Palace has had them, but purebreds, not, we have people that will say, oh, there's a Maine Coon, but it's really more of a mix. But we've,
Yeah, just remember, just because it's a long hair doesn't mean it's a Maine Coon.
yeah, but if you say it is, I'm just going to say, oh, okay. They have that certain face. So, but yes, one of my top,
size.
Yeah, my top client has a Maine Coon, and been caring for her for 9 years now. They're pretty awesome cats. Even the ones that are spicy. They're very expensive when you can get a rescue kitty. Look at him now.
And he's like, so.
You driving a car with the window down?
Would you like some fries with that?
I want an Oreo shake. He's watching him.
Do they have a good temperament?
Yep.
They have
Most of them.
They have a great temperament. These
Now,
two.
Oh, these guys are Maine Coons.
Maine Coons, yeah, they're predispositioned genetically to have a good temperament. There's always exceptions.
I was going to say, because my top client, she's pretty sassy. She's like Ruthie level sassy.
Yeah. By predisposition, I mean that you'll find more than less have a good attitude.
Yep. And then for these guys, these guys have great temperaments.
Yeah. Please adopt, don't shop. If you're looking for purebreds, come into the shelter system fairly frequently, so if you're looking for one, there you go.
Yeah, and then friends, what is it? What is the...
Best friends?
No, there's like a pet finder.
Yeah, Pet Finder.
Has
There's
listed.
and Seattle actually has a Persian rescue.
Oh, that's right. Ice cream. I just had a cookie. What was that?
That was a burp.
A
I
kitty
think
bird?
we're warm out. And just remember, just because your cat is fat doesn't mean that the cats are Maine Coon.
Oh boy, Daddy's gonna need to clip those nails. You just showed them to me. Are you guys tired?
We made M&M cookies. I think Twix still wants to play.
Of course he does. Look at how much this has gone down in a week, dear.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Zuko had a hernia fixed.
Umbilical cord and hernia.
Yeah.
So Penny ended up sleeping in the canoe. Well, not sleeping, but, you know, resting. The cookies, how did
The cookies turned out great. It's like, and they're fresh out of the oven, so they're extra good. But at this hour, if I have more than one cookie, I'm going to have some bad acid reflux, and I will hate it overnight. I'll have to sleep sitting up. Because it's the kind that hits my throat, and then I swallow it back down, and it just burns and burns and burns.
Yes, so the question is, do you think the clicker training would work on a 7-year-old cat, a not greedy 7-year-old? So, yes, definitely clicker training. And if it's, when you say greedy, is that what that says over there?
Yeah.
You're talking about not food motivated. You can motivate them other ways via pets or play. Some other reinforcer that they really like.
I think probably just speculating, but I think the only cat that you can't clicker train is the critically stupid ones.
It's all about their motivation, really. So if they, so Jackson Galaxy talks all the time about not free feeding your cats. So don't have a big food trough. And he talks about meal feeding twice a day. And that helps with their cycles a lot. So it helps because their bodies are designed to go from full to hungry and then full again. It's just how their bodies are designed. So, because that's based on what they did in the wild. So they say to meal feed, and that means that they'll be hungry, and then you should clicker train them when they're hungry because they're more food motivated and have more of a want and desire to perform. Oh my God, that's the first time I've seen them use that. So I don't know if that answered your question, but by withholding food for a while, it will make them want to eat, and then also other options.
Yeah, I think they're about to instigate their wrestling match, so you might want to get out of the way.
Well, you need kisses first.
It'll be, if you have more questions about clicker training, join us around 11 p.m. tomorrow night, ish, plus or minus 30 minutes.
Yeah, and tomorrow I usually like to do it in the morning around 11, but since it's a Saturday, we'll probably do it much later. But you can also email us at catloversjohnandjess@gmail.com. Give me a day or so to get back to you, but oh, you know what things do? There's more questions here on it. Oh my God, I don't think they've eaten in days. Try maybe get some more food. This is for their clock feeding. 5 minutes. Okay.
They're wolfing it down.
Yeah, Tracy, I wonder how, I've heard from a lot of friends about now that they're working at home, they're constantly like being manipulated to feed them earlier than like their normal 5 o'clock meal. because they feel guilty, and they give them all these intense stares. But yeah, I mean, we have too many cats to do 100% meal feeding, but we try the best we can, and the feeders help quite a bit. But if I had like one cat, I certainly would. I'm a long way from having one cat.
Cookie.
Oh my god, he wants to eat it. Yeah.
I wanted to show you guys a cookie, but now that I touched it, I have to eat it.
Oh, and then he's gonna have an acid reflex later.
Alright guys, enjoy the kittens. Have a nice day.
Do you think we need to put the fan back on, do you think, for tonight? It just gets stuffy out. Do we put everything away?
Yep.
Okay. Good night, guys. I love you. Okay, enjoy the whiskers and have a perfect night.